One of the best ways to own a recruiting company for longevity and sustainability, okay, that's what we're looking for here, is to stop being so transactional. Meaning, when you come to work in the morning, to your home office, wherever it is that you work and do recruiting, the idea of how am I going to get a client today? How am I going to find this candidate today? I got to get a rec. I got to get a lead. That is transactional thinking. Okay. Where I want you to think, and what helped me years ago and made a big turn in my business and my lifestyle, was when I started thinking less about lead generation and more about cultivating and nurturing the leads that I already had in my sales pipeline. And the way you do this is, of course, the first step is that you need to create a very strong sales pipeline, which can take months, if not years, to do. And with that, I would highly recommend having a database, an applicant tracking system versus using Excel spreadsheets. Of course, in the beginning, if you're on a shoestring budget, there's nothing wrong with using a structure of Excel spreadsheets to keep your candidates on and your jobs and your clients. But as you make money, make placements, you need to move into an applicant tracking system. But bottom line is, so we have all these great leads. How do we nurture them? How do we bring them from opportunities to paid customers? And that's where the message and translation is lost in the shuffle. Too many of us are thinking, I got to get leads. We're working in desperation. We're working in fear. We don't have a job today. How am I going to get a job? How am I going to get a client? I hear the panic every week when I do my demo calls with prospective Recruitemy members. And, I address the mindset right there. I'm like, look, if you're going to start a recruiting business and you think you're going to make money overnight or in a month or 2 months, you're completely wrong. It doesn't work that way. I've said this before in my videos. The companies that I have started in recruiting, and there's been 3 of them, I have started and scaled and sold. And I scaled these companies to multiple millions of dollars. But it didn't take me a month, 3 months, or 6 months. It took me a year, if not longer, to get that momentum and to get to that position. Okay. So that's where your mind has to be. If you're not prepared for that, then do not start a recruiting business. All right. So let me show you our 7-step system that really will help you with the nurturing piece that I'm talking about here. Okay. All right. So this is the framework that we have built for Recruitemy. And the biggest points I want you to focus on for the purpose of this video would be number 7 and number 4. So 4 and number 7, right? So starting with 4, build your marketing asset vault and content production plan. I would venture to guess that many of you watching this video, if you're in recruiting, that you have no plan around this. You have no idea what a marketing asset vault and content production plan is. And let me show you what that means. So this would be in the form of videos like I'm doing right now, having a YouTube channel, having PDFs and PowerPoints created on different topics within your recruiting niche that you can be an authority figure in and start posting those on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms, creating blog posts. Also, another great way to get your message out there and to add value and to cultivate and nurture your existing sales pipeline is by producing podcasts. And so the good thing is we have a form and a system, and we help you and we coach you with creating podcasts. And here is like the recipe, the formula. So we go over a complete goal assessment and checklist with you, a cheat sheet for that matter. And we have some very pointed questions here that we've engineered to help you launch your first podcast. We go as far as suggesting the type of equipment you would need to purchase. Most of it can be purchased on Amazon as soon as today. And we basically teach you from A to Z how to produce your own podcast show for your recruiting business. And if you're not doing this, this was a game changer in my business. So what you want to do is start putting pieces of podcast content out there throughout the web every week. You produce one podcast that may last 30 minutes or an hour, and then you chop that pieces of that podcast up and you put it out to TikTok, right? Or Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn and brand yourself. This is a great way to add value to potential hiring managers, new clients, as well as A-player candidates. So here's a quick preview of everything that you would need to start and launch your own podcast. That is one great way of getting this marketing content into your asset vault, as we call it. Number 7, engage, nurture, build trust, and get results. Ties into exactly what number 4 is. So we help you build your asset vault, your marketing asset vault, and then we show you how to engage and nurture those leads. So you're adding value. You're not being a cheesy salesperson. You're not being spammy like everybody else is. So many recruiters operate that way. You're different, okay? This is going to take time, but it's worth the squeeze because you're going to become an authority figure. People are going to, your managers, hiring managers, companies, clients, and candidates are going to look at you as a leader and not someone who's just trying to get into their pocket. And this is how we do it. So phenomenal way to have a sustainable recruiting staffing agency. Stop thinking transactional. Stop working in fear. Have a plan, have a flight plan every week, every month, and have a game plan, a 1-year game plan of how you're going to get leads and, more importantly, nurture them. Thanks, guys.